954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. Magandang umaga, magandang tanghali, and magandang gabi to all our viewers and listeners out there. You are currently tuned into INCRadio, Texas, and I am your host for today, Sister May from May Zaragoza, all the way from the locale of Sugarland, of course, District of Texas. And I am not alone and never alone. We have here a couple of beautiful ladies joining with me today. Uh, go ahead, Sister Jeannie. Go ahead and introduce yourself. And if you have any local activities on your end, go ahead and share with us.
Well, first of all, Happy New Year to everyone who's tuning in today. Good afternoon, good morning, and good evening to everyone that's tuning in. I'm Sister Jamie, and I'm from the locale of Austin, Texas. As far as activities, we have our Friday Youth Missions that happens every Friday, and it's open to everyone. It's not just for the youth, but it's for all ages. So we hope to see you on Fridays for our Friday Youth Mission.
Oh, there you
Sister,
go. I'm looking forward to a lot of photos of you guys having fun and joining. Of course, I said two beautiful ladies, so we have another one, Sister Wendy.
Hi, everyone, and Happy New Year's. So, I'm Sister Wendy from the local of Houston. Hopefully, everyone has had a wonderful morning because I'm really excited about today's topic.
I told them about the topic before we got on, and I told them I have zero of this. So I hope they have a lot of sharing to do because I need a lot. But yes, currently it is 12:33. It is a Saturday, and it is, I think, a little bit still cold outside. It's 50 degrees, Fahrenheit, I think. Last time I checked before I came in from worship service. But if you are all excited for our topic for today, it is about morning motivation. So it's a new year, like the two sisters just said, Happy New Year. I think it's not late yet. It's just 6 days in. But it's a new year, so let's start the year off by sharing ways on how we can be motivated to start our day. I mean, after the pandemic, a lot really has changed from motivation to goals. A lot of us has a lot of changes. So I guess 2024 is a great start. We have a great 2023, like for a gracing period to prepare, think about life. And now here we are ready to start off and start again. But before we head on, do we have our question of the day?
Yes, we do. So, today's question of the day is what's one way you like to start your day? So, definitely, everyone who is watching, tuning in today, right now, we'd love to hear what's one thing you love to start your day. So, please do leave comments because we love them.
Oh yeah, I feel like I'm one of those boring persons who just has coffee and they call it my day is starting. Just a cup of coffee and like I'm good to go. But also, not only comment your answers to our question of the day, don't forget to use our hashtag as well. Hashtag YOLOCAL. And if you're from another district, go ahead and share it, hashtag it, because next week on our next show, we probably would announce our very first winner for our hashtag challenge for the year 2024. And I guess we all just had a little too fun for 2023, so we won't have announcement for the beginning of the year, but it's okay. Go ahead, hashtag your local, like hashtag Sugarland, District of Texas, or like wherever district you are from. But first of all, what is your morning routine like? How does it affect your whole day? Sister Jamie, do you have a morning routine?
I do have a morning routine. So I start um, scheduling my devotional prayer in the morning because at night I get really sleepy or I get really, really busy. So I always start with, I have an alarm set. And so that gets me out of bed. I actually started that routine the latter part of last year. So I have it at like 6:45 in the morning. It's like the first thing I do. And then soon after that, we have a dog, so she needs to go out and do her business. So we take her out for a walk, and she's funny because she's like me, very lazy in the morning.
Oh no.
A lot of conditioning for us to, kind of get her out of the door. So, that's one thing. And, like the usual, like you mentioned, you got to have your morning coffee, tea, or whatever kind of gets you going. So I try to, I try to do that. There are days that I do work from home, and those days are a little bit more relaxed, which is nice because you can kind of roll in through your day, right? But when I have to be in the office, that's when things get a little bit hectic, which I think I still, this week has been a little rough. I feel like, coming into, like this new year, and like being on vacation for the past 2 weeks from work. So it's, and I've been sleeping in. So it's like, oh, it's very rough waking up in the morning. But I think what gets me up and out of bed is definitely setting up a devotional prayer in the morning. What about you, Sister Wendy? Do you have any like routines that you follow in the mornings?
I do. So one of the things I think you mentioned pets. So I don't have a puppy, but I do have a cat who loves having breakfast on time. And so and so she is the best alarm clock ever. But for those who don't have pets at home, the good old alarm clock works too. I just have maybe like 3 alarm clocks at 15-minute intervals. Yeah. But
I
my
know somebody who has like 30 minutes. Like they wake up at 4, and then next one's 4:30, and then 5, and then 5:30. It's until 7.
wow. Yeah. Yeah, and once
I
it, oh yeah, sorry, go ahead, Sister Jamie.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I thought I was the only that did the intervals, like the alarm intervals.
No, you're definitely not
I'm
alone.
so glad I'm not alone in this.
Not at all. Yeah. And then once, I finally get out of bed, I love making breakfast because it's kind of a way to wake up, and I make my own coffee. And so the smell of coffee really helps wake me up. What about you, Sister May?
Oh, well, I don't have a morning routine, that's for sure. But yeah, for those of us who have pets, they are really a great alarm clock. Because I have a little Yorkie here, but in the Philippines, I have a Husky. So my Husky wakes up at exactly 4 a.m. to go outside and use the restroom. So that is my alarm clock. So like he just whines and screams, and then well, I have no choice. I need to open two doors for them to go outside. So now I'm up. But my Yorkie, since he can't sleep with me because he's really tiny, he would like scratch on my face, and then that's like every day. Even though I have no work, it's like I think 5 a.m. exactly 5. He starts scratching, and then he goes. Well, my alarm clock goes on later then because I woke up earlier than my alarm clock thanks to the dog. So that's like my morning routine. Just wake up, but well, the praying thing. A lot of people do pray when they wake up because it's a great way to wake up. But I do my prayers like before I go to bed because I feel like it gives me a great night to finally rest and stop the overthinking. Probably. But yeah, but is there like a one thing routine or like one thing in that routine that is like the most important part of your morning? Like if you don't do it, like everything just goes off balance. Sister Wendy, do you have one? Because you do like making breakfast. So I wonder if you don't make breakfast, do you like go to work like grumpy and all?
I actually kind of do, but my grumpy is on like a very low level. However, my rhythm is just off for the whole day. For example, if I do get to make breakfast, drink coffee a little bit, and start my day, I'm like very very productive. But if I have like sometimes it happens like I have a 7 o'clock meeting, then I can't make breakfast. Then if I miss it, then the entire day kind of just drags on a little bit. So yeah, to me, breakfast is definitely one huge thing. What about you, Sister?
What do you have for breakfast? I mean, I can barely like, put milk in my coffee. I mean, how what like do you have like do you prep your things like the night before? I mean, that is fascinating to me. I mean, what does that look like making breakfast in the morning? Because I think you're right, it is important to have like, like some sort of nourishment, like some brain power, right? So they get you through the day. Like, what do you do for that?
Yeah, no, that's a really good point. So for breakfast, it's already very smooth SOP. For me, it's oatmeals. I keep it really simple. Like I turned on oatmeals and eggs. So I turn on my pan to heat up the pan, pull out my oatmeal set. Like I have everything just put in like one place and then just pour things in order. And then once
Miss
that's
Ma'am, arrange my house.
yeah, so it's just, making everything really just in one place and really smooth. And once that's done, the pan's heated up, crack the egg in, start boiling water. Once the egg's done, the water's done, pour in the coffee and my oatmeals, and pour it in the oatmeal, and then everything's just about done. So
That
Are
is
you
so
the kind
sweet.
of That is amazing. Are you the kind of person that can have the same foods like every day and not get sick of it? Because I know there's certain people that are like, that like had, too many of this already. Like, they get sick of it. Like, I think that is so fascinating.
It
yeah,
is.
I could say that, but I do add different things into my oatmeal depending on mood. But I do have special Saturday and Sunday breakfast edition that takes longer. So that,
I feel like that's the full course meal already.
yeah, but so what I just mentioned, that one's just only for Monday through Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday. One of the favorite is just making onion pancakes. I don't know if anyone tuning in or Sister Jamie or May have heard of it, but it's just listening to the sound of like sizzling pan. Oh, that's just a really nice way to morning.
Can you invite us over for breakfast? Maybe we'll do
Yes.
we'll do our broadcast from from your house, and we'll have our own our Saturday breakfast.
Why do I
That
feel like
sounds
it's
amazing.
an ASMR session every time Ate Wendy cooks? You just look at her while she's
No,
cooking.
if
She's so
you can,
enjoying it.
yeah.
That is amazing. Oh my! So the onion pancakes. What? So I'm now fascinated by this. Like, what do you put on there? Like, what kind of accoutrements do you put on your for your weekend breakfast? Because I mean, that sounds delicious.
Oh, thank you. And that's a very fancy word there. Love it. Onion pancakes, of course, you can't not have it without onions. And so there's like green onions and then onion, yellow onion, and then eggs. After everything's cooked, you top it off with like a certain special type of sauce. And once it's done, voila. Like it'll have like a soft egg and then, crunchiness of the pancake. But yeah.
So does that? It sounds to me that it's kind of like a heavy breakfast that kind of keeps you full for a good amount of the day, that you really can get going with projects or activities, excursions. That sounds amazing. You have to share that recipe now, Sister Wendy. It sounds really good.
Oh yeah. It's
Yeah.
like it's a complete it's a complete me. Like Chef Wendy, go off.
Yeah, but pulling it back to topic, that's one thing that really starts my morning and kind of, gets everything into rhythm. Yeah.
Breakfast, the most important meal of the day, the one that I like to skip every day. I feel like
It's
I'm
called
not alone.
intermittent fasting for some of us.
Oh,
At least that's my excuse. But definitely making your bed. I think it's super important to also like make your bed in the morning. Like, like getting it like, kind of nice and ready for the evening, when you get that rest. So that's my other thing too, is like I gotta get the bed done. And if I don't, I kind of get this like weird, like something I forgot to do something. I like leave the door, get to the office. I'm like, I check everything, check my computer, check everything. I was like, I forgot to do the bed. Do you have one, Sister Mayfan, like that's kind of like will throw you off besides being awakened by your lovely Yorkie in the morning?
well, I think what throws me off in the morning is, okay, my routine in the morning says I get up, I turn my alarm off. The first thing I really do is pick out my outfit for the day. I think that's what throws me off. Because once I just rush and then I end up looking at myself for the first time ever in the morning in the mirror at work, I'll be like, what did I do? What did I do? I want to go home. Like you're not ready for work. So I think that's what throws me off. And then the next day I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna get that clothes ready on bed. So yeah, maybe clearing the bed also is a great way to help that with that. Because one time I was in a rush and my Yorkie was still sleeping because he comes back and sleep. I was looking for my earbuds, my wireless earbuds. They were new, and then I was bothered with it for the whole day. And then when I bought one on my way back home, and when I came home to clean my bed, guess where it was? Under my dog. Wow. So it ruined my whole day. So I feel like I need to start incorporating that. Now that you've said it, clearing the bed, I need to start incorporating that with my morning routine because it did throw me off.
You would be surprised on how many things end up on the bed that you forget and you run out the door and without clearing it out. And of course my dog sleeps on our bed too, and when she rolls on something, it's like I know I just put a pair of socks out here. Like, so
It's
yeah,
gone.
it's yeah. So I think that's good. You know what? Should we read some? We've got a lot of comments this morning, and so let's just kind of go through this. So we have Brother Thomas Conroy from the locale of Colleen. It's saying happy viewing, brethren. Brother Mark, greetings from the local of hashtag Houston. Brother Ray J. Paras from the local of Congregation of Corpus Christi, hashtag Corpus Christi. Brother Luis Nino saying good morning from Edinburgh, and it's a great day down there. I'm so glad to hear that, brother. We've got Sister Lorna Tyree from the locale of Colleen. Sister Ariane Domingo saying hello, watching from hashtag Houston. Brother Matt Carl Talon, say hello from INCRadio, Texas, family and friends. Greetings from hashtag Corpus. And then we have Wing Pub Mike. Hi, everyone. Sister Jennifer Trinidad from the local of Long Beach, Orange County, California. Wow. Hello, sister. Hashtag Long Beach. We have Brother Jeffrey Domingo. Greetings to everyone watching today. Hashtag Houston. Hashtag Tomball. And then we have Sister Belinda Sessi. Warm greetings from the local of Humboldt, District of Texas. And then we also have brethren from, saying Wing Nike Pub just came from visiting Humble last to the new year, and they wanted to say hi to the brethren in Beaumont and San Antonio. And then we also have Sister Kim from the local of Sugarland. We have a lot of greetings this morning. Thank you all for tuning in. Brother Glenn Tadanes from the District of Negros Occidental. Wow, that's like on the other side, of the world. So thank you for tuning in. We also have Sister Angela from Corpus Christi, Sister Jan Javier from Sugarland, and let's see, we also have Brother Roger Palabasan from Sugarland, and Sister Anna Lisa watching from Tomball Group Worship Service. And then Sister Laura Tyree says that she starts her day by praying to our Almighty God for waking her up, and my day will be great. My day will be great. I totally agree with that. When we start with a prayer, your day is definitely going to be great. Let's see. We also have a shout out from Lyle or Lil Beth Talents watching from Corpus Christi, Ramel Aquino from hashtag Killeen, Sister Raquel Cayabia from Corpus Christi, Salve Trinidad, the Trinidad family from Beaumont, Texas. Hello, everyone in Beaumont, Texas. Let's see. Brother Justin said that he is the one that sets up 5 alarms and the last one in the room to wake up. It's a very familiar, feeling. And Sister Grace Flores is also watching from UC. Sister Denia Santos from Sugarland. And let's see, anybody else with their quirks in the morning that they'd like to share? Sister Priscilla Ignacio from the local of Oklahoma City, District of South Central Texas. Thank you for tuning in, sister. Let's see, Kim Pawinski from San Antonio. Agnes Masiglats from Humble, and they said Happy New Year to all. Let's see. Okay, Brother Luis Nino said, first thing I do is brush my teeth, then I pray and thank the Lord God for another day and life and good health. Then get coffee going. That's a really good routine. I like that order. Let's see. And then wow, we have so many brethren tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in to our broadcast today. I mean, again, what is the one way you get ready in the morning? It could be that you've taken on a new routine or something that you want to, that you have been doing for a very long time. Like, share it with us.
Yeah, that's true. Share it with us because I will read those comments later, and I think I will try and add some things for my morning motivation, which I clearly have none. But I am an early bird, that's for sure. I wake up early, but I'm gonna go ahead and assume all of us are early birds right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and ask, like, what are the benefits of being an early bird? Well, for me on my end, waking up early means you get to think a lot of stuff. So you gotta think ahead of your day. Well, that's on my end. I don't know about y'all, Sir Wendy. What's like a benefit of you being an early bird besides making that gourmet breakfast?
That's definitely one huge benefit. But also writing down the plan for the day, because I love writing in planners and then just listing out my full day to do list and then kind of pick out three most important things that I must get done today. Yeah, what about you, Sister Jamie?
Waking up early, you get a lot done. I feel like, especially when you have something to do like that evening, if you have an activity or that you need to get to. So I think waking up like really early, like having that quiet also, where that everybody else is like sleeping and you're the only one that's up and you're able to kind of really think. But for me, it's getting a lot done. I do like that idea of writing things down. You must feel so accomplished when you've checked off that list at the end of the day. I think that's a great. I'm gonna have to adapt that. I think that's a great, you know, new routine that I need to incorporate. Like, writing it down because I'm older than you two, so I've been forgetful these days. So I think that would definitely help. So I like that idea.
Yeah, and
Not
it's
Miss Wendy
great.
out here giving us tips on how to survive life. Sorry, I had to cut off.
No worries.
But yeah, so what would be, well, that was one advice. But what would be the other advice that you could give to those who are finding it difficult to be a morning person or like to be an early morning person? Like, what are good advice? Let's start with, of course, Sister Jamie. Sorry, you have the most
You
life
know,
experience.
so I was watching this video, like this video like sometime last year, and interestingly enough, like Japanese people shower the night before because in the morning you're always rushing. And I do like that idea that like showering before going to bed, like you've washed off like all the kind of like everything from the day, right? And going in like you're clean, and in the morning it's like one less thing that you need to do. So I started adapting that routine of showering the night before, and like fixing my hair so when I wake up it's just like like fabulous. I have like a little silk whatever but it does cut out time in the morning when you do have that like routine at night, like like showering, feeling fresh before going to bed. And I've adapted that. So if you're short on time in the morning and if that's something that you can do the night before, highly recommend showering the night before. That would be my advice.
Well, how about you, Sister Wendy? Because you seem to have life in handcuffs ready.
No, I definitely agree with what Sister Jamie just said. Showering at night does save a lot of time in the morning. I will say, being an early bird, it's kind of a process. So if that's something that you're looking to do, or become an early bird, definitely don't be dismayed if it doesn't happen right away. I read somewhere you can wake up maybe little by little earlier. There, it says 30 minutes earlier, but to me, if you wake up 15 minutes earlier than the day before, that's a win. And then you just kind of, tack that on every day and slowly become an early bird.
How do you define an early bird exactly? Now I got to think like, what is an early bird? Like, cause when I moved here to Texas, I'm like, everybody's rushing when it gets to 6, and that's already an early bird. So like, is it 4 a.m., 5 a.m.? Is if anybody knows what an early bird means, like, go ahead and comment down below, cause now I'm questioning myself. But yeah, those are some things that really could help you, and like those are good advice. Like take it step by step and try to incorporate new things in your routine. Like if you're not a mental person like me, well, not the bad mental thing, okay? Like if you're not a person who thinks who thinks a lot about like planning, if you're not really used to writing, you can do what Sister Wendy does. Write it down, like write everything down. Like it's okay if it's not like what she does, like very specific. You can do it like very broadly. I feel like if you're starting out, that's a great way to start. Like little things. If you just write down like fold or like wash the dishes, wash your clothes, the little things instead of like putting it like laundry. I feel like you're gonna be all over the place. No, that's gonna be hard to build up. All right, so I hope a lot of us and a lot of our viewers and listeners out there have taken a lot of tips, advice, and had fun with our show today, which is morning routine. And then any shout outs and greetings, Sister Wendy?
Sure. Well, thank you all for tuning in on a Saturday, and a special shout out to Local of Houston.
Sister Jamie?
Thank you for tuning in, and shout out to my friends and family in Northwest California. You guys know who you are, and hashtag Austin. Thank you all for tuning in. We had such a great turnout today. Thank you so much all for tuning in.
Right, I'm just sending my greetings to all my District Kadiwas and to my family back in the Negros Island. I will see you soon. And of course, we would like to thank our multimedia advisor, Brother Archie Talents, our CFO overseer, Brother Jeffrey Domingo, our Assistant District Minister, Brother June Barzana, our District Supervising Minister, Brother Gino Ramilo, our Executive Producer, Brother Manuel Andaya, our Station Manager, Brother Arnel Solano, our CFO Coordinator and SEB CCO, Brother Angela Aranyo V. Manalo, and of course, our Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo. So again, tune in into INCRadio INCRadio Texas next Saturday at 12:30 p.m. CST. And of course, stay tuned, stay listening, because INCRadio South Central State is coming right up. See you next time.